p.m. late arrival.
Hello, Rapid Penang. Do you know this morning how long I have waiting for your Rapid Penang bus? Ayu, why we have so many complaints about the Rapid Penang? Ayu. Hello? Is it public transport contractor? Yeah, we received so many complaints this month, so let's arrange a meeting together. Okay, thank you.
As a resident of Penang, I experience transportation problems almost every day. Although Penang is one of the Malaysia's most developed states, but our public transport system is still far from efficient. Rapid Penang buses, which are supposed to be the main public transport option, often delay late or do not follow a fixed schedule. Many roads are limited, especially in residential areas, which are far from the city centre. This makes it hard for the people who live in places like Penang Lepas to rely on buses. Sometimes I experience have to wait for more than half an hour for a bus, and by the time it's arrived, it is already crowded. Because of this problem, many people prefer to drive on their own car or motorcycles. This causes a serious traffic jam, especially during peak hours and on the Penang Bridge. As a government agency, we acknowledge that the Penang public transport still faces many challenges. Despite of having the Rapid Penang bus services and also the ferry connections, the network connections is still limited, and the service frequency does not always meet the public demand.
As a contractor of the Penang public transportation, we also face significant challenge in delivering our project. First, the land availability in Penang is very limited, especially for the Penang Island. As the Penang Island is already crowded with the housing, business, and heritage area, so it's hard for us contractor to find a new area to build a new transport line, a new depot, or any new station for LRT. And sometimes it also meet the objection from the local communities.
Many times, the authority encourage the resident to use public transport, but they don't provide a reliable system to support this. So how can people be expected to use public transport when it is unreliable? The problem isn't that the people don't want to use public transport, it is that the system doesn't meet their needs. If the service was more frequent, punctual, and connected to key areas like school, workplaces, or shopping center, more residents will definitely use it. We will happily use buses or train if they were more frequent, comfortable and accessible.
I don't think it's fair to say the government doesn't doing enough. Improving a public transport is a complex process involving the planning, funding, and also public cooperations. We are working on both short-term and long-term initiatives like expanding bus routes, improving the facility, introducing the dedicated bus lanes, and while also developing in the Penang LRT projects to provide a modern and eco-friendly transport options. Although this effort takes time, but it is necessary for the Penang's growth.
I also think that contractors should not be blamed for all the delays for the projects. Our job is just build the infrastructure based on the plan and the requirement from the government and the residents. But the problem lies land availability, high costs, and people always protest their own area. It's not the problem that we can solve it alone. If we get proper support, enough funds, so we can done the project well. If what we're looking for is the understanding from the residents and government for all the difficulty we face and support us to use the new ideas in the projects.
As a local government, our main responsibility is to ensure that the transportation planning is aligned with the needs of our people. We must allocate sufficient funding, plan roads effectively, and also ensure the transparency in every project. However, we cannot act alone. We also rely on the coordinations between the state government and the federal authority, as well as the cooperations from the transport operator, contractors as well as the publics to make this project successful.
As a contractor, we have to make sure our work is safety, our quality is good, and the money is used wisely. At the same time, we have to make sure the problem like dust, noise, and traffic congestion during the construction is reduced. At the same time, we need the government to give us clear policies and fast approval, while we also need the public to give us a patient and cooperative during our work.
As a resident, we can't just complain and expect the government to fix everything overnight. We should start by supporting the use of public transport whenever it's possible. We can support the use of public transport by using it more frequent, giving constructive feedback, and reducing unnecessary car trip. At the same time, the local authority and the Rapid Penang should take the responsibility for improving the routes, schedule, and facility so that the services meet our needs. So, is there any solution to solve my problem?
As contractor, I think contractor can use a better technology like building some station part off-site to save the times, or using the elevated tracks to reduce the land problem.
As a government, we plan to form the public transport collaborations community involving transport operators and the community representative to ensure transparency and gather feedback. This group can monitor performance, collect feedback, and also suggest improvements. We will continue to enhance the public transport services, implement real-time tracking, and promote integrated ticketing.